This is the Prestigious Initiative. Welcome. I'm Chris Beane, and here with me is Chris Kent. Hello, Mr. Kent.
Hello, sir. Thanks to everyone for joining us today. Let's take a little bit of time. I think we should kind of dive into a topic that's something that is truly transformative if you really kind of lean into it, and that is gratitude. I think gratitude is something we've talked about a little bit here and there, something that can be easily overlooked, but it does have a huge impact when it's something that you try to consciously implement into your daily life.
Right. Gratitude is such a simple yet profound practice. It's all about recognizing and appreciating the good things that we have in life, no matter how small or big they are. So that's right. Today we're going to explore the impact of gratitude on our well-being, our mindset, and our relationships.
I think it maybe isn't beneficial. Maybe it is. I don't know. There's so much more to it, but let's start by talking about the science behind gratitude. And the reason I say it might not be beneficial is because you don't need to know the science behind gratitude to be grateful or to implement gratefulness. But, I think it's a good place to start. So just speaking a little bit of what research has shown, practicing gratitude can lead to increased happiness, which makes sense because if you're grateful for more things, then you're more likely to be happy about those things and other things in your life. It also leads to improved mental health and even physical benefits like better sleep or reduced stress. Gratitude rewires our brain to focus on the positive aspects of life, which of course reaps those multiple positive benefits as well. And I think that we could all agree that we want to pursue positive things and cultivate the positivity in our life. And a great place to start is with gratitude. And the research has shown the different things that it can do for us. Again, I don't think you need to know that to feel the effect of gratitude, but it's kind of cool to know that scientifically proven to do all these things and how impactful that gratitude can be.
Right. And we people do a huge number of things because we think they are better for us, even though they're founded on no scientific backing. This is something that has scientific backing, that has these benefits, yet more often than not, people are not going through their day and expressing or practicing gratitude. And, gratitude isn't just about saying thank you. Really, it's about shifting our perspective. Instead of dwelling on what's lacking, we simply focus on what we have. This shift in mindset can be a game changer. It allows us to see opportunities where we once saw obstacles. And it really is, just about that perspective. Just because something bad happens, we don't necessarily have to see only the bad side of that. More often than not, what you will find is the thing that you're looking for. And if you're looking for an opportunity to express your gratitude, you will find opportunities to express your gratitude throughout your day, despite the obstacles that come up. So really, it's not about what happens to you. It's about how you, it's about how you take the things that happen to you, about how the type of mindset that you come at those things with. You can come at them with a mindset as, man, everything bad always happens to me. And more often than not, because that's the mindset that you're in, those are the things that's going to happen. However, on the flip side of that, you change your perspective, shift your modality of thinking, and you have an attitude of gratitude, then you will be thankful for the things that happen to you. And then the things that happen to you, good, bad, or otherwise, you will find a way to be thankful in those different situations and scenarios.
We've talked about this with so many people already, and I'm sure that'll be a recurring theme throughout conversations we have. And that is the perspective shift and changing your perspective. And if you look at something differently, it changes how things affect you and things, you interact with those things. And like you were saying, it isn't so much as, hey, I'm grateful for this thing. And if this thing goes away or this thing changes or something else comes along, I'm no longer grateful, because your perspective is a perspective of gratitude. And so it doesn't matter what's going on or what happens or what the thing is, you're grateful for that thing or something else, or you're able to apply that attitude, that perspective to everything rather than just feeling that way about a certain kind of thing. And that's why cultivating your gratitude involves daily practices. It doesn't, hey, I'm grateful once now, and I'll never need to be grateful again. I'll never need to practice gratefulness. I'll never need to try to cultivate or work on my gratitude. It's a daily thing. thinking about keeping a gratitude journal, even to express to the thanks to those around you, and there are various ways you can incorporate gratitude into your life. And by doing so, you not only impact yourself, but you also inspire a positive atmosphere around you, because your perspective has shifted, because you're working on focusing on being grateful. You're making that a priority. It changes everything, like we said, not just you, but the people around you, the things around you, the places that you are. No matter what it is, if you have that perspective shift, if you start looking at things from a perspective of gratitude, rather than I'm grateful for this one thing, and if that thing isn't there or that thing isn't happening, I'm no longer grateful. Don't focus it and dial it into a single thing or a single person or a single event. Make it the lens through which you view everything, which is going to impact you and the people around you and everywhere that you go.
You know, and I think we've talked a little bit about this before, but keeping a gratitude journal. I don't necessarily keep a gratitude journal, but I have a section in my daily journal that I do that is about gratitude. And the interesting thing that I found really early on is as I put these kind of hoops there for me to fill out at the end of the day, I would find opportunities throughout my day to jump through those hoops, so that when it came time for me to fill out those sections in my journal, I had a actual thing to say, because I don't want to put, this was good, or I don't know, question mark. No, I wanted to have something that I actually felt grateful that happened to me for that day, or something I was grateful for in my life. And just that kind of, we talked about perspective shift, that mindset shift, just having that, knowing in my head that at the end of the day, I was going to have to write that down. That put me in a mode of thinking that I was finding gratitude throughout my day on these different scenarios, just because I knew that I was going to have to call attention to that later on in the day. So my attention was there, present on throughout the day. And I thought that was a byproduct that I wasn't expecting, but I was really thankful for, because then it put me in that mode of thinking throughout my day. And having a gratitude journal, just right, I think 3 probably is the best. Maybe you do 5, maybe that's too many. 3 is probably the best, but at least 1. Find one thing that you're grateful for. And throughout your day, in the back of your head, you know that you're going to have to, have some sort of attention drawn to that at the end of the day. So as you're going through your day, in the back of your head, you're trying to find those things. And if you can find one thing that you're grateful for, that would be, a step in the right direction. But if you can find at the end of the day, write 3 things that you're thankful for that day, man, that would be amazing. That would change the way that you interact and think about your day so much. Now, gratitude, of course, extends beyond ourselves. It strengthens relationships and communities. By showing appreciation for others, we create kind of a ripple effect of kindness and connections. Being grateful is a great way to have those interactions with others. And as you're grateful and you're talking with others, that kind of gratefulness comes out of you. And because that type of intention is there as you are present talking to those people, that gratefulness hopefully will spill over into those connections, into those acts of kindness that you are doing for other people. And that can go so far in making and building connections with other people.
I'm sure we've all come across someone who just has that feeling about them, or makes you think about things differently because they are so grateful. And maybe you couldn't quite put your finger on what it is that makes them act or behave differently, but that is the key factor, the key thing that is changing the way that they are behaving or acting or interacting with other people, is that they are grateful, and they choose to take that gratefulness into their interactions with other people, and they use their gratitude as something to positively impact people around you. And think about those people that you've met that act that way, or someone that acts that way, and decide for yourself if that's the person that you want to be too. Spend some time cultivating gratitude in your life. Work on your own perspective shift. Work on your mindset of being grateful and gratitude. And then take that out and live that. Be the grateful person. Put that gratitude into action, creating that ripple effect of kindness and connection, and really working that attitude into all of our interactions, I think is huge. And so as we kind of wrap up here, we want to challenge ourselves and you as our listeners. We want you to try practicing gratitude. Maybe start with one day. Maybe start with a few days. Work it up to a week starting off. And maybe keep a gratitude journal, or like Mr. Beane, keep a section somewhere that you can reflect on things you're grateful for. Express gratitude to someone who deserves it. Even just taking a moment to sit down and reflect on the things that you are thankful for in your own life. And maybe this is even a great time. We're around Thanksgiving season. Make that a goal for you. Is whether it just make that something that you're intentionally trying to do, being grateful, practicing that gratitude for a week. And I guarantee you that you're going to start to see a change in your daily life. You're going to start to see a change in the people around you and the things around you, and even the very atmosphere that you're in is going to change, because you're choosing to implement that mindset shift toward gratitude. And it's going to make that world of difference. I just know that it will.
And you bring up a good point. We're right near the Thanksgiving season. And maybe if you're listening to this in the future, that's fine. Thanksgiving is a time for families to come together. And I know a practice that a lot of people have is they go around the table and say something that they're thankful for. But doing that just on one time a year in one type of setting, okay, good. But if you can extend that and continue that, it would be so powerful, so impactful for you and for those people that are around you. So absolutely, if you can work on that gratitude journal, or if you can go above and beyond and tell somebody how grateful or how thankful you are for them being present, being there with you, would be amazing for you and the connections that you're making with others. That wraps up our episode on gratitude and its impact, fostering a positive outlook. Remember, gratitude isn't just a one-time thing. It's a lifelong practice that can profoundly influence your life.
Yes, sir. Thank you for joining us today. Stay grateful and see the world in a brighter light.
Keep spreading gratitude and watch the positivity grow.